Hey guys, just a quick update on the discus that I'm treating. He's looking a lot better now. Um, there he is. His color has come back. So basically, if your fish is sick in a big tank, but that's not by himself. Take him out, put him in a hospital tank. Um, basically a bare bottom tank here with only a sponge filter and a heater. Originally, I didn't even have the sponge filter as per recommendation because I was changing water every single day. But even then, you could smell the water was a little bit fishy. So uh, just put a small sponge filter in there with air stone, obviously powered by air stone. Nothing too loud to distract them. So so see he would never do this before, like actively react to my hand. I don't think he's as So I still have some of the Metro X, so I'm still going to treat him over time with the Metro X. And I want to get him a little bit bigger before I put him back into the air tank with the Discus. Because while he is getting better, he is not as aggressive with the food as the other Discuses. And he still does kind of spit out the food a little bit and then eat it back. But he is eating the food. Only brine shrimp, unfortunately, at the moment. So yeah, he's getting better. So I'm gonna keep him in here probably another month or so. Um, I'm still waiting for some of the stuff for the shrimp tank. So as you can see, I did get the filters here for the shrimp tank, but I'm still waiting for some of the other material for the shrimp tank before I start that project. So he's gonna stay in here and just get fattened up, just grow out a little bit more before I put him back with the other aggressive discus. And the other discus are aggressive. They're super fast. They do get a little bit aggressive with each other during feeding time, so he needs to be a little bit bigger before he gets in there, gets back in there. So that's the update on that, and let's see. Let's take a look at the discus tank real quick and just have a couple of words on that. So there's the cat. So here's the discus tank. The only thing is that I got a really good deal on this Kingswort. To be honest, it just looks like a crypt. I'm just gonna call it a crypt. So I got a pretty good deal on that at Petco. It's like 50% off, so it's like $5 for that. It's a nice. It's in one of those like tube suit. I never had success with those things, so it's only been in there for like about about a week now. So we'll see what happens in like 2 weeks if it's still in that good shape. But here's a discus. They're all doing pretty well. They're all fairly aggressive. Um, Yeah, and I'm still trying to separate out the soil from the sand. I think the front part, I'm just gonna leave it as this is too difficult for the front because the way the siphon is or the size of the siphon. It's just gonna get in there no matter what. I might fill that in also just with some stone just to cover some of that soil up. And yeah, that's about it. The pleco is in there. I think everyone's doing pretty well. A couple things. This tank is a little bit too small. It's a 40-gallon breeder. There's 4 discus in there. They're still juvenile size, but they are growing. And then I'm gonna put the other one back in there. Is that a spot on the? Hang on, is that a spot on the? Yeah, that's a spot. I might put some X in here just to see if that's a problem. But anyway, uh, so that's it. This tank is a little bit too small, I think, for. I wish I had like at least a 55 or better a 75. Yeah, see, these guys are aggressive. This guy is really aggressive. They're all pretty aggressive, and this guy is getting picked on the most because he's the smallest. Though I don't understand how he's the smallest because he actually eats flakes. Wow, these two eat flakes. These two do not, and yet they are smaller than the other ones. So not sure what's going on about that. And also in terms of water changes, so heard you can just, you don't need to age the water, because aging the water is just removing, first removing the, yes, the only those two actually eat the eat the flake food. Uh, Fortunately, the other two do not, and it's getting bullied. But anyway, aging the water. The I was aging the water for a while. The problem with me aging the water is that I need to yeah, see, I need to get a bigger tank because that guy is getting picked on. Imagine if I had like double the size, it would just be. Or I can just take that guy out and put him in the hospital tank too. But anyway, yeah, aging the water. The problem with aging the water for me is that I need to actually get the temperature back to similar before I put it back into these tanks. And the way I'm doing it now is I'm just boiling water, which boils off the chlorine, and putting it into the tote, which is a totally inefficient process to do it. It takes such a long time. Ideally, I would just fill the tote up with warm water. Put in remove the chlorine using a water conditioner, and then fill up the tank. But I'm not sure if I want to do that because I don't want to accidentally kill the fish. There's quite a lot of fish in here, and they're quite expensive. So right now I'm still gonna age the water for the main tank, but for the hospital tank, I'm not actually aging the water. I'm actually just transferring the water directly from the tote, which I treat into the quarantine tank. Um, so yeah, so that's the update at the moment. I'm a little concerned about that spot, so I might treat this with start putting some ICX in here just to, yeah, I'm just gonna put some ICX in here and also I'm gonna replace that air stone with a small sponge filter that was in the other tank too, just to add some additional filtration into there. So that's the update. Hope everyone's doing well.